Okay.
Okay, folks.
Welcome to Overbooked and Underqualified. I'm Sam.
I'm Liv. And I'm crabby because
We're having a lot of tech malfunctions. We're at the learning curve. Got a new camera. Had to get another new camera. But we're giving it a try this time. So we're figuring it out.
it's very upsetting, but it's fine. It's all fine right now. This might work. Anyways, so today we're starting a new book. Well, like a duology type thing.
Yeah, second book of
I'm gonna move our lamp. It's just
One Dark Window. Two Twisted Crowns.
Yeah, so let's I do have some intro notes. It was Sam's birthday this past weekend.
Yeah. Woo,
So we did a little party in here. We took down the balloons now, but it was really pimping in here. I was enjoying it.
It was a rip-roaring time, guys.
We have some fun videos to share on TikTok, so keep an eye out for
a
those.
sneak peek of our husbands.
Yeah. And then we went to a bookstore in White Bear Lake.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
up what the name was
Of the book?
of the bookstore.
I think it's just called the bookstore.
Okay. It's in White Bear Lake.
It was
on the
so
corner
good.
downtown. It was so fun. We talked to Kaya.
Yes, so sweet, so freaking helpful.
Shout out to her if she's listening. She gave us some really fun recommendations.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
I don't remember the book she gave me, but it was by Lydia Fulton.
And so was the one that I got too. I'm blanking on the name as well.
But we're excited. We'll share those.
Yeah, because those will probably be some of the next ones we read after. We're still hemming and hawing about if we want to do the last letter next.
I think we should.
Okay. So maybe we'll throw in one of those bad girls after this then.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump into this.
Yeah.
We read to 225.
Yep.
I'm gonna say right now I might jump around a little bit.
That's
Hopefully
fine.
you're fine with that.
I
I mean,
feel
we're
like-
not really spoiling.
I feel like there's
things.
not much to spoil in the first half of the book.
It's just a couple things.
Yeah.
But this was a hard read.
Yeah, it
for
was
me.
rough.
Not in the sense of like it was hard to read. It was just like where is the plot?
I was not into it at all. I think by the time we got to the end of the 225 pages, we're getting somewhere.
Yes,
but the
I liked
first
that it
half
picked up.
of this book, damn.
It dragged for me, and I don't know. Like
I had to listen because I quite literally could not get myself to read.
A big part of why I liked the first book was because the nightmare was funny.
Yeah.
And had good commentary.
Yep.
Why did that go away?
I know.
Like,
and he just got really kind of scary.
I feel like Elm lost his personality.
Well, yeah, because he's horny now, so.
I don't know. It wasn't doing it for me, but, yeah, anyways.
Let's jump into discussion.
Well, I think it's worth a read so far. I mean, it's picking up.
Yes, we haven't
that's how I
finished
feel
it.
as of right now.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Right now, if I had to rate the first half of this book, 2 stars.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you like, even in the first book, if you like a book that just, kind of
gets to the point.
Yeah, it's just a fun, quick speed read and a cool, setting, then, this is the book for you. But I don't know. It's not doing it for
not
me.
worse than Caraval, and
yeah.
Caraval is probably what I compare bad books to, and it's not worse than Caraval, so.
Yeah, I've read a lot of bad Kindle Unlimited, so, the bar is very low
I
for
won't
me.
compare anything to the Four Horsemen, because nothing will ever be worse.
Well, that's what I'm saying,
okay, anyways, chapter 1, Raven.
Well, okay, prologue.
Okay,
Elspeth is just swimming in the darkness. The man in armor comes in. She's all like, "Let me out." End scene. Then we get part 1, chapter 1, Raven.
Yes.
He digging up the grave, confirms he's the Shepard King.
And he finds his sword.
Finds his sword as his creepy daughter Tilly shows up.
I did not like when he found the spine. I don't know what it was, but that. Yes, okay. You felt the same way too. That all of a sudden you're like, oh,
Everyone's like, ooh. Yeah, I don't know why he needed to confirm that, but I guess.
And at first, when Tilly popped up, I was like, who the fuck is this? I'm like, is this baby Elspeth? What's going on?
I am picturing the creepiest, doll, sunken in, dead girl.
I was not picturing that. I was just picturing a really dirty little girl. She had dirt on her face.
And she's just like, I'm waiting.
And
she has yellow eyes. That's fucking creepy.
Which that's prevalent throughout the whole book when they talk about the Shepard King's kids, because we find out this is the Shepard King's daughter. So yeah, kind of the first glimpse we get into that, and she's waiting along with all of her other siblings and her mom for the Shepard King to come home.
I'm not into it. And then we have like the Rowan killed them
Oh,
conversation.
and also the reason he can see all these people, he's using the mirror card.
Yes.
So he's like starting to get the effects of like being able to see the dead.
Which is actually like kind of like these, like some of the effects of the card like aren't so bad.
No, and I liked it because I feel like this was the first time we've kind of seen that. In the first book, they didn't talk much about like seeing the dead with the mirror card.
Which is, I don't know, it's just kind of weird because when Elsbeth is saying like the mirror scares me the most
Yeah.
because like it's like, but then the scene is not that.
I wonder if part of it's like facing demons because like we don't know how Elsbeth's mom died.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to like see if maybe she doesn't want to see her mom.
Maybe. Yeah. So then we had the Rowan killed them, and
Yes.
then Tilly's kind of like, we'll keep waiting until his task is done.
And like you and me kind of talked about this. I don't think it was mentioned in the last book, but we predicted that Rowan killed them all.
Yeah, I mean, they alluded to it, and like there's all this talk about balance and
Yes.
collecting his due, and like, okay, more vague riddles. Like, it's on track with the first book.
100%.
Then we get to chapter 2.
This is Elm's perspective, and we find out that the Hawthorns all ran away. So the Opal and the boys ran away. Opal and the boys ran away, and then whatever scary stepmom and the twins ran.
Yeah.
But they were like, I'm blanking on their names. The uncle and the dad were caught.
Yeah, Eric and Tyr.
Yes.
And we find out that Elm sent them away with
Yes.
his scythe. And so he's kind of playing this part because
Yeah.
Raven's off, being miserable, whatever. Basically, Elm is kind of just having to take over this, like, we're
Like-
still doing the king's bidding type
And
of
also,
stuff.
like, he's technically heir now.
Yeah. So then Ione appears.
And they're at the Hawthorne house. I did not mention that. They're at Hawthorne house looking for the Hawthorns.
Yeah, playing that part.
Yeah.
And he, like, she alludes to kind of knowing what's wrong with Elsbeth.
But also, like, they talked about she ran away too. So she's dirty and doesn't have shoes on. And I just.
She's just. I have such a
What the
hard
fuck?
time with Ione because I'm like, I don't know you before. And,
No.
like, it's hard to like you now because you kind of, like, are sucking.
And also, like, your personality is a brick. Like, you don't have anything.
And I, like, understand, but again, like, I feel like if we would have known
Known
her
her
before,
before, it
like,
would have been, like-
we have nothing to compare it to.
And I feel like it would have been a deeper connection and more upsetting when she's not having all of this feeling. For us, too, if we would have known her before. I'm right there with you.
I honestly, yeah, I don't know. I just go into a bunch of, like, complaining here. I'll skip that.
And then Ione, like, asks what happened to Hoth. And we find out that Elspeth broke his spine.
Yeah. That's yikes. So he's basically, like, he's down. He
He's-
hasn't woken up.
He's down for the count. And if he wakes up, he's going to need a wheelchair, which this just makes me think of when Carissa, my sister-in-law, didn't want to read Tower of Dawn. And she goes, what am I going to read? KL going, squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, so I don't know. And then he's like, you should be upset about me taking you to the dungeons. And she's like, well, I would have went back there anyway. And then the chapter ends with them, like, going
Also,
back.
I have another comment. I laughed at this, like, really hard. Why the fuck is Ione's charm a horse tooth? A horse tooth? A horse tooth.
Well,
There's my lisp. A horse tooth! Why is her charm a horse tooth? I didn't like it. It's probably big, too.
oh yeah, big and square and yellow. With,
Stop. I don't like
with
it.
plaque
It's one
on
of
it.
SpongeBob's teeth.
Anyways, so then chapter 3, Elspeth, she's
Oh,
on
guys,
this-
don't forget, chapter 2, Elm got super turned on because Ione's ass was right in his lap.
Oh yeah, her backside. Her backside was up against his
Why are
junk.
they British? Anyways, chapter 3. Elsbeth.
She's on this, like, imaginary beach. She doesn't remember anything. The Shepard King now has a name. He introduces himself. He's like, I'm Taxus.
Okay, you want to know?
Rawr.
You want to know something? Didn't realize it was the Shepherd King. When he first said that, I just thought it was some other random man trapped in their mind together. I literally wrote Texas. Another person? Like, I'm so confused. But now, like,
God, I love this podcast. It's the best thing ever.
and like, again, obviously I realized it when we were reading later, but I'm like, who is this man? But in the first book, thinking about it, they only ever called him the Shepherd King. Like, he didn't
Well,
have
I
a
know.
name.
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, now we get a name. Like,
Yeah.
what? I don't know. I just feel like we're getting the most weird
I
like things
know.
here. Anyway, so she had. Oh, guess what, Sam? She lost her memory.
Oh, whoop-de-doop-de. All of the stupid books we read now, it's lost memory
Can
tropes.
we get? I mean, this doesn't last long, but it was just
No.
like it's salt in the wound, man.
Yeah.
Salt in the wound. And so now we're like kind of backpedaling, and the next
Yes.
3 Elsbeth chapters are literally just like her replaying
It's like,
what happened.
Yeah, it's like, I'm in the darkness, and I'm hearing voices. So that's the rest of the book,
I
guys.
remember Yellow Girl.
Yellow girl.
Then a random
I
man
remember her
comes.
horse tooth.
Chapter 4, Raven. He kind of has this like conversation with Jesper, and that conversation
Yes.
is like, "Are you okay? I'm fine." And
I'm
she's
not talking about
like,
her.
"Are you sure? Are you sure you can handle this?" And he's like, "Yep."
Shut up.
Then they interrogate the nightmare
Oh!
/ Elsbeth.
I was gonna say, you were very mad about the the nightmare being there when they had sex. And I found
asked
out
about it.
Yeah.
Cause that's fucking weird.
Yeah, and then I said, "Oh, Liv, you noted that the nightmare was there for the sex, but he goes away. He goes into his oasis." And then that's when he tells Raven that that's where Elspeth is right now.
Which is so weird. What a weird, like, of all the ways for, like, this book to go, it's just weird. And even for the main character to be like, hey, that was super weird. Like, why? I don't know. I'm just having a hard time with it.
Were you there while we were intimate?
I know! And that's like, he just flat out addresses it, which makes it, like, even weirder. I don't know. And this is, like, Elsbeth's body again, so I'm having this, like...
I'm also, like, really confused because I'm like, can you imagine looking at the person that you're, like, with, and you're, like, attracted to, and then all of a sudden, like, they start to growl at you? Like that burger patty from that episode of SpongeBob that they put in a cage.
You're on a SpongeBob kick
I
today.
am. Anyways,
I don't know. They're on this they're talking about going on this Twin Alders hunt.
yes.
And Raven's just reeling this whole time, which is
Yeah.
fair. Like,
Yeah.
he went through a lot. Of course, there's more riddles, which you guys know how I feel about that. It's like, do you know where the Twin Alders card is? And he's like, not far, but farther than you've ever gone before. So it's far. Like,
So what are we talking?
just like,
2 miles?
so it's far. Just like,
And I also just like, oh, and then somehow Raven ends up in Hoth's room, and they talk about the smell in there.
I know. It's just like, you guys, I tried really hard to give this a clean slate.
I like really wanted to be into this
and
book
be
bad.
super positive. Like, I don't like, this was not a hate read for me at this point. It did get there a little bit, but
Just a little bit.
it just was like, yeah, like stuff like that. I just was kind of like, every time I was getting like it was like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, what are we
Ugh.
doing? Oh.
I don't know. So, okay, so big info here. The
Yes.
Twin Elders card, the magic there is to speak to the spirit of the wood.
Yes.
So that's something.
Yeah, and that is big news. Also, my other thing is like, why do we need a card to talk to the spirit of the wood? Or
she's just,
was it like a give
there.
and a take kind of thing? Because you know how like she was giving her all these cards, so then the moment that card was created, is that the only way you can talk to her now?
I don't know. It just feels like all of these like cards are just flopping for me. Like
None of
that's
it makes sense.
like that's the big thing. That's it.
What, are we gonna have a heart-to-heart with the spirit of the wood? Hey, girl. So
I'm
the
like-
way you're taking all these people into the mist, not into it.
I really thought that like the flip side of some of these cards were gonna be like really bad. Like that's how she set it up. But I'd be like, okay, so I can see dead people. Like no big deal.
What's new?
Like okay, the scythe hurts me, and then I just stop.
Yeah.
You see, like I'm not understanding that.
I don't really either. Again, this is where we're struggling, guys.
I don't know. Then he's all worried about Elspeth's body, and,
Yes.
and the nightmare's like she can't feel them. And
I don't-
I just kept thinking like, how are they gonna come back for this? Like, he literally, again, was like, well, were you there when we had sex? And it's like, okay, so if Elspeth ever comes back, is she, I don't know, like, I just feel like, how does a relationship recover from that? I mean, I know this is fantasy, guys, but
Recover
like,
from what? That he was there?
just this body is like not her anymore. And so like if it ever does become her again, like I feel like that's just a lot of trauma.
You wanna know what I'm cheering for at this point? Sex scene, Shepard King, Raven. Let's just do it.
I don't know, something. Then yeah, whatever. The king's drunk. Haas in rough shape.
Yeah.
They go get the chalice card to question Elspeth. But obviously he can lie, the Shepard King, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And again, more riddles, like return with the twin elders, but you will never leave that place. Okay, so what the fuck does that mean? You just like are you gonna have a lot of trauma after, or what?
Or like, do I actually have to stay in the place where the twin elders card is?
Chapter 5.
Elm.
The backside. The backside is bouncing on Elm, and he's into it.
Bouncing on Elm.
Bouncing on that dude. Anyways, so I don't really understand this part. So she's like saves his, like these highwaymen come and like she saves his life. I don't really think that was her saving his life, really. Like,
I mean, it was really just her taking his possessions and then using the scythe.
I feel like she acted like she did a lot more than she did. I don't know. I think that he just, whatever.
I was just really confused because I'm like, okay, so you're going for the scythe, so now you know how to use it? Like, because isn't it supposed to be, like, hard to use the scythe?
Well, yeah, they go into all this depth about how, like, went out of his way to get way better at the scythe than Hoth, and that's why Hoth hates him, but then it's like, and I don't know.
But then the way that Ione also kills these men, she puts an arrow through his mouth.
And she is supposed to be this sweet, kind, like...
Yeah, but in the maiden card. I don't know, I'm just, like, so confused, because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you had a man take an arrow and put it into the palate of his mouth and push up? So that's gory.
The last episode, I said at the end, about just, like, if the book is gonna suck, I need some of my tropes that I like. Like, the one-bed trope, like, the who hurt you, or, like, literally something. And the one trope that's in here is kind of like this insta-love.
Yes.
And I hate that. Like, they're just instantly now, like, in love, and, like...
Well, but we get a little more backstory that, like, he's always been interested in Ione.
Okay.
Elm has. Like, and I'm not saying that, like, I'm super into this book, but he's also been, like, watching Ione, noticing her for years.
But I was really excited because I'm like, ooh, like a who hurt you scene.
Yeah, I could definitely
like,
get it. And then it was not, I did not do it. Because he just got pissy that she used the scythe. And yeah, like, I just...
Yeah, and then he's like, it's obvious that she's looking for the maiden. And he's like, not getting it, but whatever. So,
and then, yeah, they, like, come to a deal and Ione's like, well, I'll help you if you give me free reign in the castle. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are you doing?
So then chapter 3, Elsbeth, she's remembering her family.
Chapter 6.
Sorry, chapter 6. 3 plus 3. Remembering,
3 times 2.
She's remembering her family.
Yeah.
She's talking to Texas. There's not much to know.
Yeah, and, like, there's kind of, like, flashbacks that are just happening, and, yeah, it's stuff that we already know, but it's, like, reacquainting Elspeth.
And chapter 7 is back to Elm. They reach Stone. This, like, Royce Linden interrupts and, like, is all weird, and then Elm
because Royce Linden is the one that she cut his throat in the wood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
yeah, he's like, what are you doing?
I always want to call him, like, Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, bitch. The doors go that way. Does anybody remember that song?
I don't remember that song, but I know what a Rolls Royce is.
Anyway, so Elm brings her to his room.
I don't know when she's cold.
There's all this, like, sexual tension. They're, like, flirting it up and, like...
Yeah, and he's helping her, like, undress.
Yeah. And, like, do you have practice with that? And, like... It's cool, but also, like,
what are we doing?
I thought you were taking her to the dungeon.
Yeah, I thought
but you care about her, so you're not. And then he's all like, Okay, so then this is where Elm's personality comes back a little bit for me with like kind of the joking and like
Yeah.
I'm delicate
Yes.
and like that kind of joke.
Yes.
Like, okay, that's what I needed more of out of like
Yes.
the nightmare and the whatever.
Yeah, I agree. And then we kind of find out that like she doesn't know where her maiden card is. Is that this chapter?
I don't think so.
Well, because I have where's the maiden card?
Yeah, but they don't know where that
Oh,
is.
because he talks
It's
about
like way later.
Yes, he talks about how when she gets undressed, he can tell that the maiden card's not on her because there's nowhere to hide it, and he's kind of getting like sus of like, okay, well then where is it?
Yeah. So there's suspicion there, and then Raven catches them,
Yeah, which I thought that was actually really funny.
and everyone's like,
Oh my stars!
and then chapter 8 is from Raven's point of view, and
Yeah.
he's like wondering what the F is happening.
Yeah, and he's also like, why did Ione come back? Like, what is going on? You were
then
supposed to run away.
Yeah, he has to play this part and be like, well, down to the dungeons you go.
Yeah.
And he's hoping she doesn't die for Elspeth's
Mm-hmm.
sake. And there's like this weird, like, Alvin.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Well, Elm and Raven. Elvin. There's like all this tension that doesn't really get dug into between those
but
two.
they're like pissy at each other.
Yeah, but like super passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Which is also, I'm learning, is a pet peeve for me.
Well, when their characters are, you're very much a like, let's get it on the table and discuss. So it doesn't surprise me that it's a pet peeve when characters are like being like,
Well, like, why are you mad? It
I
just
don't
seems
really-
like, what are you mad about right now? This is dumb.
I don't really know. Maybe we're gonna learn why they're mad at each other. Like, because maybe more happened. Because obviously it was just like they were at the house and then they were in the dungeons at the end of the last book.
Yeah.
So maybe something happened in between.
I just feel like it's dumb. I feel like Elm is basically like, well, I feel left out.
Probably.
And Raven's like, well, I just care about Elspeth. And it's like this weird bro code thing. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. And then there's more Lyndon being a pain in the ass.
Per usual.
And Elm's in love already.
Yeah, which like that did take me. I was like, what the hell? And then we get scenes later where I'm like, okay, like he's been interested for a long time, which like we kind of got hints to at the first book.
We did. Yeah, that's true.
When he's like asking if she's in love with Hoth and like all this kind of stuff. So like this chapter, I was like, what are we doing? But then
Yeah.
again, I feel like we do get clarification on that, and I didn't feel as like rushed necessarily.
Yeah, because like Elm and Raven have this like fight in their heads, and as Raven's like, well, I just don't want you to get hurt. And I don't know, it's the whole thing.
It's so confusing.
So then chapter 9 is more Elm, which I'm not minding the point of view switching.
No,
that
I
keeps
think it's
things
really nice.
moving a little bit.
And then you find out that the king's like blaming Ione for Hoth being injured, and I'm like, what the hell does Ione have to do with him being? But I don't know if it's like he's damning the whole family because Elspeth did it.
Yes, I think so. Because they're in
Okay.
the throne room. Elm is now like kind of taken aback. He has to take Hoth's place.
Yes.
And then Tyr and Eric and Ione get this chalice interrogation.
Yes. And Taryn is just being a fucking bitch.
She's horrible.
Oh my god. I like characters, and he is such an annoying character.
And actually, her dad is like, I don't know, like he's
not-
actually being a kind of a good guy and
Yeah.
like standing up for it. And
100%.
not trying to deny it. And so.
And he gets pissed.
Well,
because they're
Tyr is,
brothers.
like literally like a sniveling little brat.
Because Taryn is not brothers with him.
No, he's like an in-law.
Yeah, because Opal was sisters with Iris. So Taryn just sucks dick.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, Elm kind of jumps in and saves her life back by throwing her dad under the bus, kind of, and just kind of trying to say to the king and being like, well, if you don't kill Ione and don't throw her in the dungeon, then you won't raise as much suspicion
About Hoth, because they don't want to tell anybody that Hoth is like down for the count.
I'm like, okay, I can follow that.
Yeah, and like I really appreciated that everybody got so pissed at Taryn when like it got outed that he turned Elspeth in.
Yeah.
Like her dad was pissed, Ione was mad. Like I very much that felt like it tracked for all of the characters, and it was kind of good to see some like retribution there for that.
Yeah. And then at the end, a fight breaks out.
Yes.
Ione gets her palm
hand cut,
sliced,
yeah.
and then Elm freezes the whole room with this scythe.
And he's never done this before. Like, this was a first. So, we're, like, stepping up our powers? I don't fucking know.
I didn't get that, but maybe. I didn't know if it
Oh.
was his first time.
That's what they made it seem like to me.
okay.
But, again.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but he was all, like, holding her and... I don't know. So, yeah. And Saint. Then chapter 10 is Elsbeth.
Yes, and we're kind of jumping into a King Shepard memory, it seems like, because Elspeth is like, "Who are you?" And she goes, "I'm your Tilly."
Yeah,
So
I'm
then I'm
not like, I'm your Tilly.
But then I'm like, so when Elspeth is in this like sanctuary, does she look like the Shepherd King?
Well, I know it's not clear at all.
Because part of me is like, I think their souls changed, and she's in his body now, and he's in hers. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
Like, that was my thought process there.
Maybe. Well, when she was talking to Raven, remember when she said, like, I could see my dad in that girl's body or whatever? So, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just, it was odd.
They don't really describe this, like, where she's at very well, I feel.
And then at the end, she said, "You're with us, but never really here, are you, Father?"
Yeah.
It's just, like, very confusing.
And, like, that's what part of me is, like, he created this oasis in her mind because it's a part of his soul. So did he kind of just, like, create these replicas of his children, but they're not actually his children? Like, they're just, like, images and pictures of them because their actual spirits are at the Elm Castle. So, like, when she's like, "You're with us, but not really," like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's confusing.
Chapter 11, Raven. Felix kind of fixing them all up because the group's all beat up from this fight. And I think where I have a hard time in this book too is I'm not, and I don't, tell me how you feel about this, but
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling like the power of the king. You know, in some books where you're like, he's like really the bad guy.
Like, there's
and,
a reason
and, like,
he's
really scary and really whatever, but they all kind of just say whatever the fuck they want to him, like disrespect him. It doesn't seem like his people will care about him. Like,
he also doesn't have, like, he doesn't feel like he has these strict rules because he lets all the infected people do whatever they want.
Yes.
Well, in his, like, control, he picks the people that he wants. He's drunk all the time.
I'm not feeling like he's that big of a deal.
When I think of, like, an evil king, I'm thinking plated prisoner.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, whoa,
Like Throne of Glass. I mean, but even I'm trying to think, because those are, like, top tier books.
Yeah,
But,
like a mid-level book. Because even, like, thinking about Caraval, the people that were, like, royalty or, like, big players in the game, you knew they had power.
Yeah, and, like, or just, like, the people aren't scared to just say, like, F you or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm curious,
now
like,
that you're pointing that out, I definitely understand where you're coming from. Because I'm like, who are we fighting against?
yes. Like, it just doesn't feel like he's that... I mean, again, the author is saying, like, through the Shepard King, that he's just this horrible, horrible person. And, like, yeah, he's, like, kind of sucks.
Rowans must die.
Nobody likes him, but he's not like, oh, he's got to go.
Like, he's doing, like... Then don't get me wrong, obviously he's doing bad things if he's willing to send people into the mist and kill everybody that's infected. But it's not like he's, like, this diabolical king that's, like, striving for more and more power.
Or, like, Hoth.
And, like, Hoth is gross.
Hoth was a great villain.
I agree. And now he's down for the count.
So now it's like, well, no, I don't know.
But now is the Shepherd King technically the villain?
Well, I don't know.
Like,
it's
are we
just weird.
transitioning?
It's weird.
I'm so with you pointing that out. I don't understand the direction of this book.
Yeah. And I feel
Is
like
it
this
just
is
to
where
raise the mist?
it's losing me.
Yeah. Okay. I got you, and I'm definitely sitting
But
there
I do
with you.
like certain things and whatever. I just was like interested in what you thought of that. And then there's more large Noah's comments.
Looking down his beak.
And then the Raven and the King have like their individual chat.
Yes, and we kind of find out too, like, Raven is still being, like, super guilty about, like, if he would have gotten there earlier,
10 minutes
everything would be
earlier.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm like, dude, that wouldn't have done anything.
No, like, she kept asking for help. If she would have lived that time, she would have just died the next.
Yes.
Which, again, but, like, how am I supposed to?
Yeah. And then he's talking about, like, Elm has to stay. And I'm like, okay, like, that makes sense, I guess.
Well, he's the new heir.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he has to stay, especially because, like, their mom's not alive, so it's not like there can be more heirs produced.
And then the king's like, I'm stripping you of command. Like, yeah, I'm so disappointed in you. And then it was kind of like, okay, sounds good. I didn't really want that job anyway.
Yeah, I got forced into it.
I didn't get the impact of that.
Yes. And then at the end of the chapter, cheesiest thing ever.
What was it?
When he turns around and he goes, like, fuck you, or whatever to the castle.
Oh, I think that was in a different chapter.
Isn't this when he leaves?
No.
Okay, well, either way, it's cheesy as shit.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think it's in like a couple more chapters. Yeah,
Okay.
That's chapter 14.
Okay, well, I skipped ahead.
It was so cheesy.
It's giving Crone time. We're coming for you.
So then chapter 12 is Elm, and he's got 2 bloody handprints on him, and he's all worried about Ione.
Because she, like, sliced the shit out of her hand.
And we learned that the maiden is actually a healing card,
Yeah.
which they alluded to that in the first book. The Shepard King alluded to that by saying, like, it's a lot more than just looks.
Oh, you're right, but I didn't put that together when we read this.
I didn't put together that it was healing, but I'm like, okay, they alluded to that, so that checks out.
Yeah.
And it was, like, just so annoying to me that was looked over by everyone. Like,
I know, because this isn't the first time a maiden card's being used. And then it's, like, kind of the assumption, I'm like, okay, so only women use the maiden card, and women aren't smart enough to realize, like, the average woman isn't smart enough to realize that it can heal you as well.
well, I took it as the women did realize that, but they were never, like, given a voice to,
Like,
say.
say?
Nobody would believe that. You know what I mean? Or they just didn't want to, like, say
They didn't want to
anything
out
to
it.
the power.
Okay. I don't know.
Either way, it was dumb. So then Ione very much doesn't trust the Rowans. So we get a lot
Which, like,
of...
fair. Because
Yeah.
we find out that Hoth has been horrible to her.
Yeah, and Elm asked, like, where's the card? And she said, why will you use it to save Hoth now that you know what it does? And they both kind of have this talk about how they, like, don't care about what happens to Hoth.
No, they're both basically like,
Yeah.
we hate him.
Yeah, so, I
So
don't
then,
know.
like, my other thing is, do we think that, like, this is getting set up that, like, they're going to kill the king, they're going to kill Hoth, and Elm is going to be kind of like the, like, savior king, like Dorian in Throne of Glass? Like,
Maybe.
like a redemption kind of thing for, like, the Rowan name?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. And then they end, they're going on a walk to the dungeon.
Yeah, they're going to see Elspeth.
Chapter 13 is Elspeth. Her memories are all back.
Yep.
And, she has a lot more of the let me out thing, kind of an ode to book 1.
Yes, and then there's, like, a bunch of children coming and visiting her.
Random ass kids coming
Yeah.
to visit her, and it's so confusing.
It was, and then this is when my first time I'm like, does Elspeth look like the Shepard King?
Yeah,
because it's
that's
almost
a good
like,
point, because I didn't think about that.
because she's like stepping into his memories, and people are talking to her like she is the Shepard King. So like my thing is like she has to look like him, or like are these memories just playing around and she's like the main focus?
Well, then it's confusing because she can't communicate with
Yeah.
them because they keep asking her to come eat, play, whatever, and then she like
Can't do it, and then she just like decides to go for a swim in the dark water.
she's like kicks and claws at these waves. And,
Just
and then they're very like weird. What's with the Bennett having gray eyes?
so
Is
I
that
think
trying to say that he's like a you?
I'm thinking it's because so they talked about how the U's are related to the Shepard King.
Yeah.
And I think that Bennett, because Bennett is one of the children, right?
Yeah, he's the oldest.
Well, like later on, and we're skipping ahead a little bit, we find out that his wife had gray eyes.
Yeah.
So I think that that's just going back to like looping them in to being related to the Shepard Kings is like that's where the U line comes in.
Gotcha. It's just interesting that he's the only one out of like all. How many
Yeah.
kids are there? Freaking like 7.
Yeah, and they all have the yellow eyes except for Bennett.
Yeah. So just interesting if more comes out on that.
I wonder if later we're gonna find out like Bennett's family tree line is the U's.
Something like that. Chapter 4 is Raven.
14.
And 14. God, I don't know what's up with my head today.
So we find out that they're taking Emery home.
Yeah, so he kind of retrieves this, like,
Yeah.
sickly Emery, and then this is where he says F you to the castle, and it's very cringy.
And it's very much like a, what are we doing?
And we jump to chapter 15, which is Elm again.
Yep.
And there's more of him and Ione flirting in the corridors.
Yeah, Ione calls him delicate again.
Yeah.
And they're just like having banter. And like, I can appreciate this banter. I
Yeah.
did very much enjoy these chapters with them going like the back and
It
forth.
was something.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about this now, but I have something.
Okay.
Later. He figures out finally that she doesn't know the card location.
Yes.
Duh, Elm. Duh.
But then he kind of talking about like, it's so confusing because if Ione doesn't know where the card is, she has to be the last person to touch it that used it. So like, how is this working?
And he kind of chalks it up to just like over drinking. Like,
Yeah.
I was kind of like, dude, read the room. Like,
I know, like we talked about how many times did Hoth use the scythe on her?
yes. Like, I don't know.
I know, it's just funny, like, oh, she was drunk and threw it in the garden.
He was like, been there. And,
Yeah.
and then it says she got a weird look on her face. Well,
Yeah.
dude,
He's like,
read the room.
been there, queen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what is happening here? And then she's all like, I can't feel anything anymore.
I
And like,
know.
start to kind of feel sorry for her because like that sucks.
It does suck that, like, I can appreciate the fact of, like, we're building Ione's character and now we're, like, learning that she doesn't want to use the maiden card. And then the whole point of going to see Elsbeth and, like, Elm's head was, like, okay, he can see cards now, too.
Yeah.
Maybe this can help us find. And
Yeah.
then they go down. She's like, Elsbeth, what's happened to you? And she realizes that it's not Elsbeth.
No, it's some creepy ass man.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
dragging his limbs across the floor and
she's
skulking about.
around, yeah. And then he said she will be free when debts are settled. And I'm like, okay, so foreshadowing. So
Yeah.
there's a good chance she'll just come back. Like,
Yeah, and then we find out that there's 3 maidens at Stone right now.
which I thought was really
I
interesting.
did too.
I'm like, okay, so where are those things? Now, this is where I get more into it because I'm like, okay, this gives me like a hunt of some sort.
Yeah, and we're finally starting to get some like context of where this book is going as well here.
Yeah.
Which I can also appreciate.
And I like the conversation where Ione's like, I like the maiden card, I like not feeling whatever, but she's like, I want back my choice.
Yeah, like I want to choose when I feel and when I don't.
Yes.
Which is, again, like I feel like we're learning more about Ione, which is like
Yes.
very appreciative.
Because we like haven't.
No, we don't know anything about her. We just know that she's married to Hoth and she wants power. Cool.
Yeah.
And that she's got yellow
And that
hair.
she was super nice before.
That she was
and
kind of
sweet.
ugly.
And had a huge gap in her teeth. Like, I'm talking an inch.
Like they always talk about like you don't need it even though you're kind of ugly is how Elsbeth was at the start, but we're like,
When
whoa.
we talked about that, yeah. Yeah, Elm feels guilty kind of about being an ass to Elspeth.
Yes.
And not noticing she was like losing herself.
Yeah, which like I can also appreciate like Elm kind of like having the growth there, but
Yeah,
I'm
me
also
too.
but in the first book I was like appreciative of Elm being like,
Same.
I don't trust you.
Same.
We've known you for 3 days.
It wasn't even like, I didn't even really think he was an ass to her. Like, I don't know. He always kind of did it very playfully.
I agree, and I also think that it was very valid because everybody just jumped on the Elsbeth train.
Yeah.
Which again, like obviously I like Elsbeth and it's not like she was bad and they got backstabbed or anything. But like I appreciated him being like, well, I need to watch
did
out for
too.
my family.
I appreciated him saying this too. I got upset because I'm like, Ione should be the one feeling that way.
Yes.
Ione should have realized those things. And Maiden card aside, I feel like she was heartless before the fucking card.
Yeah, well, that's what it sure as shit what they're making it seem like.
Well, like,
I don't know.
Even just with her being like, well, I'm gonna marry this prince anyways. Like, even though that he, like, if he finds you out, he's gonna throw you in the dungeon. Like,
Yeah.
But like, he might be good.
But he like might be good
You're
and I
telling
could
me
be
like
queen.
this is your best friend, like this, and like Elm is feeling bad about not,
And not noticing, yes.
And like I understand the maiden card and all that, but it's just as like,
There's just the plot, there's holes. There's holes in the plot. And you don't know what? We still have half a book to hopefully close those bad girls up, but
let's close them up.
Let's close them up.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I just felt like it was such a dumb question when she's like, well, why do you aim to be better?
Yeah. Well, shouldn't
Because
everybody be aiming to be better? Ione!
Like, I'm like, ask better questions,
to, bitch.
you dumb bitch. It's like when she was they were on the chalice scene. She just asked like the dumbest
Yeah.
questions.
Well, do you love him? Okay. Way to throw your cousin under the bus.
No.
Damn.
In chapter 16 is Raven.
Yes, and we find out that he was skulking in the shadows with the mirror card, watching him have this whole play out with Elsbeth, which like I kind of liked. I
Me
was like,
too.
oh, okay.
Me too. Like, there's things where I'm like, oh, and then I feel like it just.
Yes, like this is kind of like I'm like, okay, so like we're getting kind of like the side of Raven where he's breaking rules, trying to figure things
Yeah.
out. Like I can again appreciate it, but also like, can we do more with it?
Yes, yes. Like, it kind of is like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so he sees Elm and Ione. And
Yeah.
He kind of disapproves only because he's worried that, like, Elm is going to get hurt. 'Cause,
Which,
like,
like-
there's a chance Ione might not make it through this.
Yes, which again is very valid, and like I can understand those feelings, and it is crazy because all of a sudden they were just like he just caught them stripping naked, and now they're downstairs together. Like they're also
They're in love, Sam.
Yeah,
they're in love right now. Like, they're so in love.
they're attached at the hip all of a sudden.
Oh, and then it's kind of sad because the Shepard King basically says, like, I trust Elm because he's already
already broken.
I can't break what.
Yep, and he
I'm,
says
like,
he's neither a
sad.
Rowan or a you, which I'm like, damn.
I know it's tough out there for
You ain't got
poor Elm.
nothing.
And I do like Elm.
I do too. He's probably my favorite character in the book.
Yeah, definitely. Then we get to part 2, which is to barter.
Yes,
And this is chapter 17.
Elsbeth.
Elspeth.
Elsbeth.
Elspeth. It kind of sounds like a sneeze, like Elspeth. You know what I mean? Anyway, so Shepard King's memories are now coming into Elsbeth's mind, kind
Yeah,
of thing. Or
yep.
She's in this like weird in between. She kicked through these waves into this like dark abyss
I'm
of
just
his
like
brain.
picturing there being like an oasis on the top of his brain, and she's just like swimming through all of the
Oh,
cracks.
that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I just
Not-
pictured her in
I
this
don't like
floating
it.
around in space kind of
She's
thing.
got the arm floaties on.
And I thought this was an interesting way to bring back the backstory of the
Okay.
Shepard King.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fine.
I don't mind it. I've read worse.
Yeah. So, in this specific memory,
Yes.
he's asking the spirit of the wood for help,
Yeah.
shepherding the land, and then he
Yes.
gets the staff at the end.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the intro into the backstory. Mm-hmm. Chapter 18 is Elm. Elm is a sad boy watching the party ride away.
Yeah, because he can't go with. And I like also really appreciated this because Elm was like stood up to his father immediately and was like, I'm not gonna be your lapdog.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here because you're making me stay here. Like, I should be with them,
Yeah.
but like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. And he's upset. He doesn't want to be the heir to the throne.
No.
But his dad's like, well, bitch, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah, guess what? Your brother's laid up.
He gone.
He gone get.
And then the Destriers are escorting Ione around, and Elm gets all
Yes.
mad, and he's like, get on back from her.
And they were like the shitty destriers. So like, why is the King's Guard bad? Shouldn't they be better?
I don't know, dude. So then Elm is like really set on finding the maiden. He's like, fine, if I have to
Yes.
stay here, then I'll like make myself useful.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's interesting, Sam, that he has access to all of these cards, but like, can't he just command people to find it? Like, isn't there other ways? I just feel like,
Do you think that it's like they don't want anybody to know that she doesn't have it? It's like a secretive mission.
but couldn't he just be like, forget I ever asked you?
Is that how the scythe works though?
I mean, that's how it's worked so far.
Have they made people forget things with it?
When he said, when they both were there with Ione, and he was like, forget that we had this, you saw her here or whatever.
Oh, I guess you're right.
So I don't know. I just feel like I'm like, it's interesting that like,
But then the plot wouldn't be plotting Olivia.
I'm just looking into it too much, maybe. Anyway, she has an ugly gray dress on, and
I know,
it really
this is-
bothers Elm.
This was actually so funny. He's just giving her constant shit for this dress that is ill-fitting. It's hiding her curves in all the wrong
It's
places.
ill-fitting. It's ugly, is what he means.
It's ugly.
It's just disgusting. He's disgusted by it. And then they're just a sad couple up on the dais, and they go to get drunk.
Yeah, and we find out that there's like a feast going on.
A feast. I would love to go to a feast.
I would also too. I want to wear a big dress, not an ugly one that hides my curves the wrong way, but I want to
Yeah,
wear
I
a
wanna-
big dress
I
and
want
go
my
to a
curves.
feast.
Yeah, I want to go on a feast. A masked feast.
A masquerade ball.
Yeah.
Let us know if there's ones in the area, guys.
Chapter 19 is Raven. He's at Castle U now. His brothers...
Returned home.
His brothers return home, but he recruits the two Peter
Brothers.
and Wick brothers.
Yes, the ones that broke into the house and that were like the highwaymen with them in the first book.
Yep. Then we have this crown scene where
He's like the Shepard
retrieved
King.
his crown.
Yes, is like wearing a twisted crown, and like again, okay, two twisted crowns. So we're like
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't put that
leading into that.
Yeah.
And then Raven goes to talk to him and like tells him that he found a sword, and the Shepard King tweaks out and is like, "That's mine. It's not yours to have," and he makes him return it.
There's a lot of animosity between the two. There's a lot of stupid bird and parasite talk.
Stupid bird.
They say that a lot. Which every time I'm like, can I see the nose? Like, can I see what...
Can I see it?
Like, what is the author picturing? No, like, I want to hear it from...
I need to know what it looks like.
Because they bring it up a lot.
They do. Every other chapter that Raven's in, it gets brought up. Looking down his beak-like nose.
Anyways.
Make it sound like it casts a shadow.
I know. Like, how big is this thing? So then he's angry at the attempts to speak to Elsbeth. So every
Yes.
time he tries to sneak into his mind, he freaks out.
Yeah.
And he just is like, I don't know, he's kind of becoming a little villainous here.
Yeah, and I'm also just confused too, because I'm like, why are we doing this, Raven? Like, it's not working when you go in there, so why do you keep doing this and pissing off the person that's going to be able to save you all?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Then we get to chapter 20, which is Elm.
Mm-hmm.
And Elm's having a lot of wine. He's having a good time.
Yeah, as is Ione.
They're both flirting it up, and
They get after it.
I don't know. I feel like Ione gives me a little bit of pick-me here
Okay.
with the, like, I bet you don't even remember me.
Yeah.
Like,
when I was
just
ugly, I bet you
shut
don't
up.
even remember me.
yes! Oh, I'm like, Ione, just come on.
quiet.
Just shut up.
We're done.
And then, of course, what are we, 12? I'll bet you a kiss or 1 minute with my Scythe card. It reminds me of like 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Or like spin the bottle, or yeah.
What are we doing?
And also, why are we trading sexual favors for card use? Girl. Be so for real. And then, yeah, so
He finds the chalice card.
yes. Because they're going to go and, like, do this thing to figure out if they're telling the truth and, like, kind of get to know each other more.
It doesn't even
know.
accomplish anything.
No, it
maybe,
doesn't.
Maybe trust. Maybe a little bit of trust.
Like,
Because
building
she's
their
been so, like,
relationship.
Rowans are horrible. Like,
Yeah.
whatever else. But...
And, like, so they got the chalice card to tell the truth, and now they kind of, like, start digging into...
Hang on, sorry.
Oh, I think it's about to die.
It's at 10%, so we'll just have to check on it.
Okay. And they kind of start running through all of these questions. And this is how we found out that, like, Hoth got her really drunk
Yes.
the night of Equinox and made her hide her card, and now she has no idea where it is.
Which is sucky. And I don't know. It's like, then they, like, start having sex.
Yeah.
And it's just fine.
And I just, like, it cracks me up because they get walked in on.
Again, Philip walks in.
I made this note because it actually drives me nuts. They were talking about, like, he's feeling up all on her. I hate when they say that MMCs are kneading their breasts. Like, kneading. I don't like it.
I don't know. I thought that was fine.
It makes me think of a cat, and I don't like it. Because cats knead, yeah. So then they're going like this. They're making biscuits on their boobs. I'm not into it.
And then it gave me the ick at the end, when Elm is literally like, he won't tell, as she's running away.
And he's adjusting his junk because he's hard. Like, I just...
If someone, it just is
If
like,
I'm running
what are
away
we
from
doing?
you, and you're like, come back, he won't tell, we
Yeah.
can finish boning.
Like, did you feel that way?
Yeah, I was like, what are we...
I know.
And then he's like going like this, and he's like trying to
He
fix
won't
it.
tell. I know. It's just like, stop. So then, chapter 21 is Elsbeth. We get a little bit of backstory, more backstory on the Shepard King.
Yeah.
So we have Aerys, which is his sister.
Yes.
And the Shepard King, whatever, kind of introduced him there. And they keep saying, like, he has an oily voice. Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm thinking like slick, like I don't know.
No,
don't
like,
know.
no, try again.
I can't. It came out when I said no, not doing it.
Can you try again?
Absolutely fucking not.
I don't know. He's just like lost in his mind.
Yeah, and it's just
sure
like-
she's lost in his
Yes.
mind, and somebody's calling to her, which is Shepard King.
Yes.
And she can't get out, so she's just again free floating.
Yeah, in his memories and like just basically learning more about him as a person and like his backstory.
So then chapter 22 happens. And
Yep.
we're back to Raven, and this quest begins finally.
Yes.
Like I feel like it took so long for them
To
to
get
just
here, I
start
know.
this quest.
Like,
Like
why
come
do we
on.
need to go back to the U house?
This-
and
yes.
like, it just there was
Like, let's pick this up.
Yeah, I
we already
agree.
had, like, you rushed the first book with certain things, and now we're
Yeah.
just, like, slowly...
now we're when we don't need building.
Yes. So, finally, whatever, they have their charm, everyone's got their charms, they have the charm check. There's
Charm check.
Charm check, everyone got their charms. Gorse is all cranky, because he's been, like, forced to go, and
Yeah.
then, I don't know, he's, like, the Shepard King keeps asking him to, like, the spirit to guide him.
Yeah.
He keeps, like, using his name.
Oh, I don't know. It's confusing. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
I want to be into it so bad, and I'm not.
And then finally, like, this path opens up for them.
Yes,
And,
and it's like a magical.
and these wolves are hunting them.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, things are happening.
Yeah.
And we find out here that Elspeth is lost because
Yes.
the Shepard King is just, like, out of it. Super whatever.
Yeah.
And
That like he can't find her because she's supposed to stay in this oasis because that's where he put her.
yeah. So he's worried about that. Then they get to this mirror magic lake, and there's fucking demons in there.
Yeah, and they're just like grabbing at them, and they're like other versions of them themselves.
Yes, which is so creepy.
So it's like Raven as a highwayman,
Which I
and
liked this.
I did like this.
I was
too.
like, okay, cool, because they talked about, like,
Yes.
these sirens and whatever.
Yeah.
And they get to the end of the lake. Raven's kind of, like, playing hero and helping these people. And Peter's calf gets ripped open.
Yes.
And it's, like, gushing lumpy blood.
Lumpy.
Lumpy
And
blood.
it's stinky. Ooh.
This
Talking about how it just
blood.
smells like disgusting.
More smell. Yeah, it's...
I know. What's with all the smells in this book?
It's-
Everybody's like, it's stinky.
And you know what, though? Right now, like, the plot is really picking up
I
for me.
agree.
Like, I'm like, okay, now I'm in. Like...
Yeah, we're like getting somewhere. There's like action happening. We're like
And-
getting closer.
So I know that you said that you liked, like, the Ione and the Elm parts, but, like, this is where, for me, I was kind of like, I want to, like, not switch back to Elm.
Oh, I agree. I felt like we're finally getting somewhere, and I feel like I only liked the Ione and Elm part so much at the start of the book because
it was so slow.
Every time we went to Raven, it was like a
sad boy.
cheesy or sad or like
That's true.
yeah.
So then we get to chapter 23's Elsbeth,
Mm-hmm.
and Taxus is, like, it was kind of cute. He gives her, like, a hug in his mind.
Yes.
And he, like, really, it's, like, kind of sweet that he cares so much for her, but I'm like,
It's confusing because it's kind of father figure, kind of not. And in this book, like I said, we don't know which way he's leaning. Like if it's villainous, if it's good, if it's somewhere in the middle.
yeah, and I feel, like, generally good. But the other thing is like, I thought this was interesting because we're getting all this backstory at the same time. And I'm like, it's sweet that he cares for her, but he didn't even care, like, that much when his own kids were born.
I know.
So what's going on there?
Maybe is it like a redemption arc as a father?
Maybe. I
Or
don't
maybe
know.
he knows that he needs Elsbeth to like complete this task to free all of the infected that
So
like
he's just, like, relieved.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then she also, which like I thought that this was like a good callback to the first book. She goes, "Let me out," and like think about all the times where she was seeing the Shepard
it's
King, and he was
very
like, "Let me
repetitive
out,
of the
Elspeth." Yeah.
Yeah. And then he kind of warns her of his monstrous mind if he's
Yeah.
gonna if she's gonna lurk around.
If she's just gonna swim around in the abyss, she better be
Because
prepared.
now she's in the area, she's off the beach, she's in this area where she can see what he's doing and
Yeah.
contribute, and now, like, she's back in that conversation with him.
Yes, and like she can see obviously everything that's going on. She's like finally at the point where he was when he was starting to take over.
It's kind of interesting because don't you think that he would have, like, she would have been able to access the beach from her own mind? Like, you know how she could, or like when he would retreat, why couldn't she find him there like he finds her there?
I don't feel like she went looking. I don't feel like she wanted to know. Like, he was already there. And she talks about in the first book how much she just wants him to leave her alone. So when he leaves, why would she go looking? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Oh. So then chapter 24 is Raven. And
My first note is the leg's smelly.
oh yeah, I put the same thing. Like, why is it smelling
Why are
so
we
bad?
describing it stankin'?
Then the maiden saves them.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, holy cow.
Yeah, because this is when the Shepard King is like, give him the maiden card. And they're like, and I'm just picturing, like, I'm picturing him taking the maiden card and then all of a sudden just, like, being, like, super hot while also his leg is clearing up. Like,
He's like
all of a sudden he's, like,
ab.
super chiseled.
Yeah.
He's got, like, a strong jawline and his leg is closing up.
Oh. Oh gosh. Anyways, I don't know. It's kind of mad too for me right here because so the Shepard King obviously has known about what all the cards do.
Yeah.
Like, why did we not have any of that in the first book? Like, what good did it do not telling Elspeth about these cards?
Remember, he kept telling her in the first book, "You're not asking the right questions, my dear," and like shit like that. So I think if Elspeth would have asked these questions, he would have answered them. But I don't understand why we were being so cryptic about it.
Like, why did it matter?
Yeah, I don't.
It just seemed really like.
It just seemed dumb, especially because the moment something bad happens, he's
Yes.
like, "Yeah, give him the maiden card."
Yes, like, why were we hiding a lot of this information? Like, you alluded to it. You said, like, oh, there's a lot more to the maiden, but then it was also kind of dumb on Elspeth for not being like, well, what? Like, any sane person would say, okay, well then
can
what?
you fill me in?
What is the more then?
Yeah, I know exactly. I completely agree with you.
So then Raven hears Elspeth, right?
Yes.
He
But I
hears,
don't
like,
know
a
if I
voice.
couldn't tell if he was using the nightmare card or was it her actually saying something out of her own mouth.
I couldn't tell either. I was hoping you would know. We're both dumb.
Well, and then he like tweaks out because like he's like, Elspeth, Elspeth.
And then he fights the nightmare, which is her. So I'm just picturing like
Counterintuitive.
him tackling Elspeth to the ground.
I know, and I'm like, damn, you're big for you and your beak are too big to be
And
doing
then they
that.
start.
Just like that.
Anyways, he's relieved she's alive.
Yes, and then we find out that Gore is like Gorse
Gorse
is running. Like, he ran away because he found out.
Well, he just, like, disappeared.
Yeah.
And then the nightmare came back and was like, yeah, he's gone. So I'm like, well, did he do something?
Oh, okay. I thought that he just, like, ran away. Like, he skittered away.
I don't know. It was weird.
Oh, I know.
But before that, he was all sus of the cards.
Yeah, 100%.
So then it was like, oh, did he run? They all just assume he ran back to the king.
Yeah, to tell on him. Because doesn't he see his nightmare card? Mm-hmm. And he's like, you have a lot of cards. Does the king know about these? No, he does not.
He's snivelly.
He is snivelly.
Then chapter 25
Neville 2.0.
is...
Also, where's Alex? We haven't seen anything from Alex. Remember at the start of the book, Alex, the creepy guy that was so into her?
I don't think that he matters. Maybe he'll come back around.
Neville with his topinade. Okay, moving on anyways. 25.
Elm is sketching a horse.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know!
Like, why?
I don't know. It's so, like, I'm like, why is that in here?
And then he accidentally starts drawing Ione. So does Ione look like a horse?
It's like, what are those things with the heads? This half human, half
Oh, a
horse?
centaur.
Yeah.
It's Ione as a centaur.
No, Now I'm interested. You got me hooked.
Now we're back into the drawing.
Yeah.
And then some weird ass girl comes up and is like trying to be like, paint me
look
like,
look at my
yeah,
dress.
draw me like one of your French girls. Like,
That's exactly how the conversation
exactly. And
happened.
she was posing like this.
With her leg up on the chair.
Yeah. He said, "You want some?
Like literally.
Come catch this fish."
Before it's Mary Beth. Mary Beth throws herself at him.
Yeah.
And he's like, before this, Alan's like thinking about his future and his life and just like really deep in thought.
And that's why he draws Ione.
I don't know, it's just weird. And this part was so odd to me because then Mary Beth is like putting on a show kind of, and he's like discussing in his head or thinking about how well he could dick her down.
Yeah.
And like this,
But
it was like a page long.
It was
like,
long.
What he would do to her and what he could do to her and how well he could please her, and then he sends her away.
And he talked about how like empty it would be, and then because obviously
I'm
like
that actually doesn't sound like such a bad time.
Let's throw her around a little. But then he like tells her, "You don't have to do this. I'm not interested in getting married." Yada yada. And then she's like, but then it seems like she didn't want to be there anyways. Like she got
like
put
it
up
was someone
to it.
else's plan.
Yeah,
like her dad's or something.
Or her mom sending her out there to become the lady.
The woman of the night.
No, not the woman of the night. That's a hooker.
I mean, she did. I don't know.
She's pimping her out.
Yeah, she is. Then he gets this contract or whatever.
Yeah, he starts thinking about marriage contracts. Mm-hmm. And then he gets like this bright idea and he jumps up from his chair and then it switches.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay, yeah. So he gets his contract or whatever. And it talks about in the contract or the marriage contract, it says 4 words. It says he notes 4 words. Providence cards, Hawthorne, marriage, heir. And then it's like, wahaha, he has this devious plan. Well, to me, it's like, okay, those 4 words, like, it probably just says something about an heir.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't say Hoth, it says marrying the heir to the Rowan, whatever.
So then we know what's going to happen.
He's going to marry Ione.
Like, I really, like, what other way is it going to go?
Because he's all excited. He's got his panties in a bunch about this marriage contract.
Yeah, Mary Beth is in there, too. Then chapter 26 is Elsbeth, and she's all mad about her haircut.
Yeah, and she's mad that she's dirty, too. I'm like, I thought that this was kind of fair. The Shepard King was like, I don't want Raven to look at me and see you. Like, I want him to see, like, he's like, basically, like, I don't need Raven looking at me and getting turned on.
Which is so gross. Like, I just picture this nasty ass, which is not helping her situation.
She's stanky. She's got dirty nails. Her hair is...
And again, like, Raven, how are we going to come back from this? Like,
seeing her all dirty.
I'm sorry, but I would be thinking...
Also, is she still in that same fucking dress that had crusty blood and holes in it?
It is like Caraval.
It is. It's the crusty dress from Caraval. I don't like it.
At least there was like magic that could have cleaned it up there. Like she just probably stinks.
No, that dress just stank like B.O.
The putrid blood smell is actually her. Hoth's room is her.
Yeah, Hoth's room was her. She's crusty.
Anyways, she sees through like the mind of herself and whatever, and now now Raven and her have a real combo, and it's pretty lovey-dovey.
Yes, I was also cracking up when the Shepard King tells Raven, he goes, Elizabeth is worried you don't think she's pretty anymore.
Oh, I know.
Like, that's the most, like,
and that's where we're getting
the banter
of him.
back.
And I'm like, okay, this is what I liked about him in the first book. So like, I was so happy that started to come back.
Yeah, and the banter's kind of reversed now. So like, he's like twisting Elizabeth's words and like,
yeah,
I agree. But yes, then they finally get to talk, and it's like, I'm gonna figure this out for you.
Oh yeah, it's very cheesy. Like, roll my eyes. Baby.
We're moving on. We already know that it's gonna be happily ever after.
Yeah. Anyways, then they're so distracted by this conversation, they get attacked by arrows, they pass out.
Yes.
And I thought this was a really interesting point of view here, where like Elspeth is watching this whole thing go down and like watches her own body like slam on the floor. Like she can't do anything about it.
I do think that that's very interesting. It makes me. Did you ever? I know the answers now. Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
No.
Okay. There is an episode that talks about, like, when you implant somebody else in your mind and they can see through your eyes, they can't control anything, but
Okay.
they're, like, there to witness.
Okay.
And so, like, they're seeing things, and, like, this just feels very remnant of that episode.
I feel like I remember that episode, like, coming out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I watched a couple of them, and they were all, like, whatever, but... Yeah, it was just very odd.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you.
On their way out, they say, we got 2 more destroyers. And so I'm like, okay, Gorse and who's the other one though?
Jesper?
Or like, so 2 more destroyers. That's Jesper and Raven. But then I'm like, Gorse must be the other. Like the others they're relating to. So I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
And then we jump to chapter 27, unless you have more on
Nope.
26. Okay.
And that's
So,
Elm.
and like, I did write down, do we think that the marriage contract just says she has to marry a Rowan? And, yes.
Because he tells Fenrir and...
Yeah, he goes to
I forget
you.
the mom's name. What's the
Doesn't it start with
mom's?
an M? Or, I don't know.
Anyways, he tells them everything, which I think is cute, that he
Well,
kind of
'cause
has
those
that
are his
parent feeling.
Yeah. So he's like running there and he's all excited, because he gets to marry Gaptooth Ione.
And she's all like, the mom's like, I hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's very like more riddles.
Stoic-y and like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And then he tells the king he'll take the throne if he can choose like his wife or like, and that he just has to trust this contract that he
And
is
like,
gonna
that's
write
my
up.
other thing too, is like, why are we going all on about like, let me choose my wife, when like there's already a contract in place that's choosing your wife for you?
So maybe it won't be that. I don't know.
And I was also kind of like, well, if you want to choose your wife, why are we even bringing the contract into it? Just say, I want Ione. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was too much for me.
He's not gonna go for it. I don't know. Because
Maybe,
technically, like
Hoth is still alive, and Ione is the cover up for why Hoth is
Yeah.
gone. Okay, fair.
Then they're back to the maiden search.
Yes.
And we get to chapter 38, which is Elspeth.
28.
20. Okay, you say the chapter.
We're on chapter 28, and it's Elspeth.
Thank you. We're getting more memories, more
Yes.
backstory.
This chapter was actually really interesting to me. I enjoyed this one a lot.
I did too.
Because we learned so much about the cards.
So much about the cards. And like, my thoughts were too like, okay, so if we got some of this info at the start of the other book, I wonder how that would have played out.
I wonder if we would have understood more and like appreciated the cards a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we kind of find out that the Shepard King like kept going to the mist to solve like, to me, what sometimes felt like really like minuscule problems.
Yeah.
And he's giving up pieces of himself for every single card he makes.
Well, because first he asked like, how can I shepherd my people better?
Yes.
And then that was, I don't know. She gave him the staff. And then now the magic is, he wants to make the magic safer because the degeneration is happening. So
that was the whole point of the cards, because you can't degenerate if you have a card.
So now he's learning about barters made for each card and why, like, what's each one. So, like, his first one, he asked for, like, strong or strength.
Strength, yep.
So he gives him a black horse.
Yes.
And, like, I guess I'm confused, like, why? I don't know.
And my other thing, too, is, like, he's so worried about this, and if you can't degenerate when you have a card, why are there only 72 cards? Like, 72 doesn't seem like a lot. You know what I mean? Like, 72 feels like this weird in-between number where if, like, the mist was like, I'm only giving you 12, so give these to your most sacred people, that makes sense. Or, like, here's a million gabillion cards, and everybody can have something,
but
except there's only, like...
solving the degeneration is my thing. Like, he went there to solve the degeneration, and that's, like, the cards don't solve that.
Well, they do if you're not infected. Well,
I mean,
then what's the point?
Well, like Raven uses the cards, they still like they don't.
You're right.
They don't fix the degenerate. So I'm like, it confuses me because he's just like asking to be a better like for his people.
Yeah.
But then she literally says you'll always want more, and like.
I don't know.
She did warn him, so I'm like,
She did.
Were you being sacrificial for your people, or were you just being dumb?
And then we kind of find out too that like the mist is definitely like the spirit of the force is definitely taking advantage of him too and asking for too much to create these cards.
Yeah.
And that gets pointed out to him by his like brother-in-law?
Brutus, yeah.
Brutus, yes.
The first Rowan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We get more backstory on their friendship. He knows about the Barders right away. Like,
Yeah.
he's been there from the very start.
Yeah.
And he is banging his sister.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Then we get Petra,
then
which
he
is the Shepard King's first like wife.
Yeah, the Petra, yeah, is his first wife, and that's who has gray eyes. We
Yep.
find out. So I'm guessing that's where the U line enters.
More cards are happening here,
Yep.
and then his first son is born. And he like talks about how he doesn't even care. Like, he just wants to go back out to the mist.
Yeah.
Which is super interesting. And then they have other kids. Mm-hmm. Tilly, we find out, is special because she was just gifted the healing from the start.
But every healing she does makes her weaker.
So that's why he created the maiden card.
Yes.
Which I'm like, what is this? I don't know. I guess I'm like lost on his true like purpose of these.
And like the maiden card was like so he could heal his people until he didn't have to do it was my thought process there. But also like why does it make you beautiful? And why was the healing property of it lost?
Yeah.
If that was the whole point of the card. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And then he like infected his regular kids on purpose.
Yeah.
To see if they would have things.
And then I'm like, how
I'm
do you
like-
infect someone on purpose though? Like I just
You send them into the mist. And
is that what it was?
Yeah,
like I just was
let 'em get-
confused.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
he kept bringing them there and being like, infect my kid. I just was kind of like,
One of
what is-
12.
what is happening
I
here?
know. And
I don't
then
know. So, like, he inadvertently kind of, like, got them killed,
and
I
he's
feel like.
kind of going crazy too. And then Brutus does marry his sister and like
Yeah.
he gives him one of the black horse cards and he keeps having these conversations with him about like why are you still doing this? Like stop. Like Brutus almost like tries to like stop him and
Yeah.
like shake him into reality.
Yeah, because he kept saying, like, okay, well, if she's gifting you these things, then it should be free.
Yes.
Not, like...
and then that's the nothing's
is
free.
Oh, I know. So I'm kind of like, I'm getting pissed off at the nightmare here. 'Cause
And
I'm
part
like,
of me is wondering too if maybe like this is kind of where we're realizing that like he is maybe the villain and maybe the Rowans aren't like don't get me wrong. I'm guessing that we're leading up to the point where I'm sorry if you're gonna kill 7 kids. You're not a good person.
What it talks about how he basically lives in this chamber, like it keeps
Yeah.
calling to him, he can't get out, kind of thing, and he ignores like his life, his wife, his kids, like
Yeah.
And Brutus is being suspicious,
Yeah.
and so that's why he asked for the nightmare card.
So he could read his mind.
So he sells his soul to read Brutus's mind, and the mist is like, well, why don't you just ask him?
Yeah. Did you try asking first?
I don't know. It just felt.
Yeah, and I feel like he's also kind of going crazy though. So there's not like straight thinking. So like the last cards that were created, it makes sense that like he gave the most up because he was like already kind of going crazy because they're talking about how he doesn't sleep anymore either.
He doesn't sleep, and when Petra died,
Yes.
he dug up her bones for the mirror card.
I know, and I did not like that at all. Like desecrated her. It was crazy.
So yeah, she's going crazy.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah.
Chapter 29.
Raven.
They wake up tied to a post. Wick's dead, which is
Which is
bummer.
actually really sad because
It
like his
is.
brother is there. They're thick as thieves, so
And we have these 2 hunting women.
yes, and they're wearing scary bone masks.
I liked that they were women.
I did too.
That was
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, they're wearing these bone masks. They have this. They stole their cards.
Yes.
They're infected people, and we
So do
find
they
out that
have-
there's like this whole kind of colony of infected people.
Yes. Do we find out, did they have all of the cards or just the mirror and the nightmare and like, the typical like black horse and stuff?
They just had the ones that they stole off of Raven.
Okay.
So it was like the mirror.
No,
the
like
nightmare,
Raven
and
only
the-
had his regular cards on him. He didn't have like the whole deck.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
still, I think, in the
The grave.
chamber
Okay.
thing. And they're hunting destriers, and I really, really like Jesper here. Like, I just think she's
Yeah.
also a very, very good character.
I do too. We just haven't gotten a lot of her this book.
And she's kind of just like, I really like her clapbacks here and just her personality. So I made a note about that because I really liked her.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's this little infected colony.
Yeah, and it's like all of these people, and obviously like they don't trust the all of them because they're the king's right hand, and why would they think that he's infected and believe him?
Yeah.
And he doesn't really have magic that he can show either.
So they're kind of like beating them up
Yeah.
while Raven and them are trying to convince them that they're on their side.
Yeah.
And they even proved it by saying like, "Who do you think those kids got got here?
Yeah,
Like,
free.
how would we know about that?" So I don't know. They just his beak nose gets broken.
Poor Beaky.
Poor Beaky. And we find out Gorse got captured by these people.
Yes, and this is where he ran off to, or if he had ran off, he got recaptured.
And they have to fight each other.
Yes.
And what was interesting was one of these hunting ladies has like this. One can see through the eyes of crows, which freaks me out.
I really liked that. I thought it was cool.
I thought it was cool, but also, wow. And
Yeah.
then two, the other one can like mix these chemicals with and like blow smoke and make them feel things.
And it's just like funny because I'm like, okay, they're calling her an alchemist again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we just can't get away from that word.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just mixing stuff.
No, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird, and now they have to fight each other.
Yeah.
And the smoke lady blows rage and hate at them. So they're
Yeah.
just like saying
Yeah.
evil things to each other.
And I'm like, I was literally like, what is going on? Like, I'm so confused. It got so crazy so fast.
Because Jesper and Raven go at each other. Raven and the Nightmare go at each other. Like,
Yes.
all of these
And
things.
they're saying like horrible things to each other.
Yes, horrible things.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like Jesper is like ripping Raven a new one, being like, you suck at your job, you can't do anything right, you're so like sure-footed when you shouldn't be. And then like, it was really confusing to me because instead of Raven ripping into her, he's like basically like, yeah, I agree with you, so like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And it just like, when you get like infected with like the rage and all that stuff, I would have assumed that he would have taken it out on her rather than like, again, like being like, woe is me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was crazy though.
Yeah, that was a really interesting scene. Do you have anything more to note on that chapter?
Well, then we find out that Opal's here.
Yeah.
And with her two boys.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, how the hell?
Well, I mean, it makes sense. He told them to run away. Like, obviously they would find something.
Yeah. Because did he know that this was here? That this
Well,
colony was here?
I don't know. It never really said, because it said that Elm sent them away. Well, Elm was helping with the kids to
Yeah,
this place.
okay.
So maybe he did say something specific. Like,
Yeah.
go to this specific place.
Okay. Yeah, and we find out that Opal's there, and Opal's like trying to like stand up for them, and then she finds out about Elsbeth. And
Yeah,
it's
she
like,
immediately knows, like, Ione knows. Like, this isn't her.
yeah, and it's just like very upsetting because she's like, the moment she sees her, she's like, Elsbeth, and she's like, freaking, because this is her child, like this
Yeah.
is her daughter, and she immediately knows that it's not her.
Yeah. And she's like trying to whatever convince them, and then the Nightmare and Raven or whatever and Peter, they get his knife and they're trying to escape,
Yeah.
and basically the one lady gets knocked out and they
Yes.
flee
Yep.
because otherwise they weren't, she was not buying Opal's story.
No.
Which I was kind of like, I don't know.
Well, and they were kind of like, and like I can understand this too. They're like, we can believe you, but what are we supposed to do? Because the moment you get there, yes, you can keep our secret, but if someone uses a chalice or a scythe on you and makes you tell the truth, like you're gonna out us. Like you have to.
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of where like this wraps up for us, which I'm finally like, okay, we're kind of getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have high hopes for the second half of this book.
I do too. Like, I'm like, okay, things are happening
Yeah.
and whatever. I will say one thing that I'm really, really bummed about in this book, and I don't know if you'll feel the same way. Like, I'm just really bummed that we don't get. I mean, I feel like Elspeth is a main character, and we're getting her as like a. She's
Aside.
barely in it.
I know.
Like, we're not getting any development on her
Yeah.
and Raven. Like,
I think, and that's the hard part for me. So I feel like now that she's kind of in a driving seat where she's seeing everything that's happening, we're going to get more of her. I don't necessarily think we're going to get more on the love story. That's why I feel like it was so rushed in the first book.
maybe.
It's so like they already had
Maybe.
sex. They already declared that they loved each other. So it's kind of like a back burner story because everything's been like finished with them.
Yeah.
So I think that she's going to be on the back burner for a really long time in that sense.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling like we might get more perspective and more commentary from her now that she's in more of a like frontage seat rather than like being hidden into the back of the mind.
If we go this whole book and she doesn't get to come out till like the very end, I'm gonna be upset.
I am too, because like I feel like there's a lot of development there, and I did really like her character in the first like book. So I don't know. I'm curious to see where it
And
goes
I feel
with
like
her.
it literally took, I think, till page like 175 maybe, but for sure 200 until it really picked up. So I'm like,
I agree.
if we wasted that whole front half of the book, I'm gonna be sad.
For nothing. I'm right there with you. And I'm sure like a lot's gonna play into what we learned about Texas.
Texas.
Giddy on up. Taxes. Like I'm sure that that was important. I'm just hoping that it doesn't flop.
Okay. All right, let's do the game.
Alrighty,
It's your turn
it's
to
my
pick.
turn,
No,
okay.
it's your
Okay,
turn
okay,
to pick.
okay.
Woo! What's she gonna pick? There's one in here.
All
We need to
right.
write some new ones.
I know, we've got ideas. Author you'd like to meet. Okay, and like let's go into a little deep. Author that you would like to meet, and you get to ask 3 questions, and they'll tell you the answer no matter what.
Oh, well then that changes my answer.
Yeah.
Like, obviously then that's Sarah J. Maas.
Okay.
Like, if you have to tell me, like, what happens, like, I want to know certain things. Like, who the next fucking book is about. Like,
Yeah.
who is Elaine gonna end up with? Is that what you mean? Like, they have to...
They have to answer, like, your question.
But my original author was going to be Raven Kennedy.
She is played a prisoner.
Yes, because she has a duology coming out, and I really want to know more about that.
I know, we might be throwing that on our TBR if she looks good.
And she has a lot of other comedy books, so I just would
Okay.
be really interested to talk to her with how, like, she changes genres.
Yeah.
And, like, how she deals with, like, the feedback on her books and stuff. Because
Yeah, I
The
feel like
Pledged Prisoner was, like, really interesting. Like, I would want to, like, ask her specific
Deep
things.
dive.
I don't want to, like, spoil it.
Yeah.
But I would want to ask her specific things, like why this person / people died.
fair. I would probably do Rebecca Yarros.
Okay.
Kind of the same line though. Like, yes, I want to know things about Fourth Wing, but like the different genre writing.
Yeah.
How that works. Because like for me, like obviously you can write whatever you want, but it just seems like authors stay in like certain niches.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to watch someone go from love to fantasy to like all of that kind of stuff. And also like, come on, if I could ask 3 questions and you have to answer, tell me about them dragons.
You know
Are
what?
they evil?
This is actually good. See, this is why we're best friends, because then we can
can
come back
share.
together and we can chat.
And we can get the answers to all our life questions.
Yeah. We can come back and be like, this is what I found out.
Yeah, now you give me your dirt.
Yeah. We tag team it. Let us know who you would like to meet.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support. Follow, like, subscribe, comment, email us.
Yeah.
We love to hear TBR recommendations, game recommendations.
Yeah, what do you guys want us to read?
I know.
We want to read stuff that you guys want to read along with, so let us know.